friends. In this video, I'm continuing the series of math common errors, MCE, which I have started. And this video is about part 4, which deals with general topics like fractions, complex numbers, expressions, and order of operations. As you can see on this slide, there are part 1, it talks about the common math errors in radicals and real numbers. In part 2, you can check MCE in exponents. Part 3, it deals with MCE in factoring, equations, and inequalities. So there are many errors and mistakes you can check to avoid when you do math problems. So please check these parts at your leisure time. Now in this video, part 4, as you can see, this is part 4, I will present 8 MCEs, 8 math common errors, and then the correct version and how to avoid them. And then there is one list of correct formulas that you can use in many questions. Also, 3 questions will be discussed in details in this video with complete solutions. At the end of the video, you can find 3 practice questions with only answers are provided. So you can check yourself, please. Let's start with number 1. See, this is math common error number 1. Just read it, please. It looks easy and simple. 1 over a plus b. Many students, they will write it as 1 over a plus 1 over b. They split the fractions, which is completely wrong. The correct answer, we cannot split. Just the answer will be 1 over a plus b. Just leave it. If there are numbers, instead of a and b, add or subtract. You can have also minus. It's also wrong. See the error here. It says the error here, split the fraction into 2 if we have in the denominator a plus b or a minus b. You cannot do that. So look here, 1 over 3 plus 10. 1 over 3 plus 1 over 10, completely wrong. Now the correct one will be 1 over 3 plus 10, 1 over 13. That's the answer. Okay. Now, another math common error. A plus b divided by a. Some people, they will think they can cancel the a here. See, it's very tricky. And then the answer will be B, completely wrong. The correct version of that, A plus B over A, leave it. Add A plus B if you can, whatever the numbers, X, Y, or variables or constants. You can, if you can add them, add them. If you cannot add them, leave it. So the error here is we cannot cancel up and down if there is pluses or minuses in the denominator and numerator, like this one. 8 plus 20 over 8. If you cancel the 8, you are left with 20. Wrong answer. Now 8 plus 20, you can add, see, 28 over 8, then divide by 4 up and down. So the answer will be 7 over 2. Another error we can see, x over m plus n. You see that one here, error number 3. X over m plus n. X over m plus x over n. That's completely wrong. Same reason. We cannot split fraction into 2 fractions if we have in the denominator pluses or minuses. So the correct answer, leave it. Cannot simplify. This is an example here. 5 over 7 plus 8. You cannot write 5 over 7 plus 5 over 8. This is a common error, common mistakes in mathematics. So instead, leave the 5, add 7 and 8, 15. Now you have one number up, one number down. Divide by 15, 5, 1 over 3. You can pause any time and read it, check the error to avoid using that in any place you like. Now let's see another common error. If we have 8 minus 43 divided by 20 plus 5, you see this one here. If you see 8 and 20, some people, students or math users, they think let's cancel here by 4, we get 2. Cancel here by 4, we get 5. If you continue here, we get 2 minus 43 minus 41 over 5 plus 5, 10. That's completely wrong for the same reason. You can see here, you have one error in different versions, different forms. So you have to be careful. Okay, so the correct answer here, 8 minus 43, you can add and subtract. See, I put here subtraction in the numerator. In the denominator, I put addition. So this one, minus 35 over 25, divide by 5, you get minus 7 over 5. That's correct one. So here, what do you do? If you have a plus b over a plus d, add first. See, this is the formula here. Right? Add first, then simplify. Now, when do you cancel? Some students, they say, we know we can cancel sometimes. You can cancel if you have here, see that one here? Product. A times b over a times d. Product up and down, both together. You can cancel the a, and then the answer will be b over d. That's number 4. Let's see number 5. Number 5 in the complex numbers. If we have square root of minus 2, that's a complex number, square root of minus 3. If we need to multiply, look here. I have seen it many, many times. Square root of minus 2 times square root of minus 3. If you multiply inside the radical. Minus 2 minus 3, you get square root of 6. Does it look correct? This is wrong. Now, I'm explaining here in this slide why this is wrong. First of all, it is wrong. Common error, common mistake. Why it is wrong? Look at the correct part. Square root of minus 2 will be I times square root of 2. Because this is not a real number. This is a complex number. Square root of minus 3 will be I times square root of 3. So I times I is I squared. In complex numbers, I squared is minus 1. And then we can multiply square root of 2 times square root of 3. So there is a minus from I squared, and there is square root of 6. That's the correct answer. Now, the error here, what is the error? Number 5, the error here. Multiplying complex numbers using real numbers formula or rule from algebra. See, square root of a times square root of b will be equal square root of ab. Yes, correct. If a positive, b positive. If they are not positive, they are negative. These are complex numbers. You cannot use this formula. I will show you in the list of correct formulas, the formula for complex numbers. So be careful here. You have to include the I anytime there is a complex number. Let's see number 6. Number 6 is very tricky. I will explain in details. In the following expression, look at the expression here. Just read please with me. 2x, see this one? 2x minus 4 bracket x minus 1 plus 5 x minus 1 minus 14. So what do we call this in mathematics? Expression. You see that? We call it expression. Now, if we say simplify the expression, so that means expand, distribute 4, minus 4 and 5, add the like terms, combine everything. So 2x minus 4x minus 1 minus 4 plus 4, 5x minus 5 minus 14, add the x's together, 2x, 5x, no, 4x, 3x, and then minus 15. See, that's the answer. Look here, I said the answer is this, 3x minus 15. If the question is simplify the expression, you stop here at the yellow. Stop there. So what is the error here? Many math users, many students will do. They take 3x minus 15. I don't know why. They make it equal 0. So they change the question from expression to equation. And then they tell themselves, let's find x. Take 15 on the other side, divide by 3, x is equal to 5. And that's completely wrong. Why it's wrong? We did not say find x, and you are finding x. So you are changing the question. We are saying simplify the expression. So that means in mathematics, simplify it and leave. So the error here is converting expression into equation. You can check the error here, converting expression into equation. So little note here, expressions can be simplified. Equations can be solved. You have other topics, equations, many types of equations, linear equations, quadratic, cubic, polynomials, logarithmic equations, trig equations. You can have many types of equations you have to solve. But this one is expression. Okay, let's see now. Number 7, general topics. We are still here in order of operations. So there are this error number 7, error number 8. Just be careful, please. They are related. 7, I will show you here, 7 and 8. They're very close. Just be careful, please. 80 plus 4 times in the bracket 5 minus 3. What do you think the answer? So in the bracket, you go 5 minus 3, it's 2. And then 80 plus 4. Some people, they will add. So this is 84 here. 8 plus 4 times the 2. 5 minus 3 is, yes, 2. So they write 168. That's wrong answer. The correct answer will be 80 plus, leave the 4, 5 minus 3, we know it is 2. 2 times 4, you see here, 2 times 4 is 8. 80 plus 8, 88. That's the correct answer, not 168. So what was the error here? Addition was performed before multiplication. You see addition here, 80 plus 4. Even if we have 80 plus 4, but you cannot add because 4 is related to this number 2. Number 2 is coming from 5 minus 3 in the bracket. So you have to multiply first. So in the order of operations, we do addition. You see? Before. You have to multiply, then add. Okay, let's see. This is very similar. We have 80 divided by. See, remember in the 7, we have 80 plus. I changed the question. 80 divided by 4 in the bracket 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 will be 2. So we have here 4 times 2 So if you multiply here 8, 80 divided by 8, 10. That's wrong answer. Now let's see why. 80 divided by 4 times the bracket here 2. We have 80, see the number here, divided by a number, and then number multiplied by another number 2. In the order of operations, we do multiplication and division. Let's continue this one. We do multiplication and division from left to right. Whatever comes first, we do. But they should be multiplications and divisions on the same level. You see, in number 7, we have 80. Let me show you here. Number 7, 80 plus 4. Now here we have 80 divided by 4. So there is a division. Then we have 4 times the 2. So we do from left to right, division, multiplication, as they appear. So you have to divide here first. 80 divided by 4, 20 times 2, the correct answer is 40. Now let's see the correct formulas. Look at this nice slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I showed you some correct formulas that you can use always. If you have a multiplication here in number 1, you see number 1, 1 over a times b. See, in the times multiplication, you can split the multiplication 2 fractions here. If you have a times b over a, you can cancel the a, the answer is b. If you have a plus b over one number, see the denominator here, little tricky number 3. In the denominator here, one number, you can split here a over c plus b over c. That's very tricky number 3. Number 4, when you divide 2 fractions, divide, remember, 2 fractions. So leave the first one, a over b, multiply by the reciprocal. You see here reciprocal, c over d, the reciprocal will be d over c. Then you can multiply ad and down you multiply by bc. This is the formula in the yellow part here, number 5. This formula you can use for complex numbers. Complex numbers means when you have a negative number under the radical, the square root. So when you have square root of minus 5, it's I square root of 5. Square root of minus 9, I square root of 9, which is 3. So it will be 3i. Square root of minus 16, 4i, or I times 4. Let's see question number 1. Simplify. It's very good time now. You take a little break, little, a minute or so. Pause the video, please, if you like, and then simplify this expression. Simplify it. Find the simple answer. And you can come back and check the answer in the next slide. Simplify it. So we agreed now, if this is an expression and we need to simplify it, you have to add like terms, you can distribute numbers until you get simple answer, you leave it. Did you figure out the answer, please? Okay, let's see. If you tried, please, I don't know, if you tried, the answer you should get is 10y minus 30. Check if you have any mistake. 10y minus 30. Let's see. This is the question here. I put a note before I start. Only simplify the expression. Do not try to find the value of y. This is not an equation. All this you should know before you start. Now, in the bracket here, I go inside the bracket, minus 2, 4y multiplies to minus 8y, minus 2 minus 3 plus 6, and then I write the 5y. So this is inside the bracket. Then I add inside the bracket, 3, 6 is 9, minus 8y plus 5y minus 3y. Then I multiply this number minus 2 outside. I cannot add other numbers. So minus 2 times 9 is minus 18. Minus 2 times minus 3y plus 6y. Then I put the other numbers and add. See, 18y, 6y, minus 14y, 10y, minus 30. That is the answer. Now, on the right side, I wrote some notes. 3 things you cannot do here. You cannot divide the given by 2. You see, in the given, there is a number 2 in the 18, 14, 12. You cannot divide. You cannot touch the expression. It's not an equation. Second, you cannot divide the answer by 10, even if it looks nice. 10y minus 30. Maybe some people will say, okay, let's divide by 10. Completely wrong. And the last thing, you cannot find the value of y. Don't put this equals 0 and find the value of y, because we don't need y here. Okay, now let's go. Take a little pause, please. Evaluate the expression, find the whole value, and try to avoid the common errors. 2 cubed minus another bracket, minus 3 cubed divided by minus 2 squared, plus 2 times minus 6 plus minus 3 all squared. It's not complicated, but there is a little idea inside. Okay, please. Did you find any answer? Okay, let's go. Well, let me start with the answer. The answer is minus 5. I don't know if you get minus 5. Let's see. I hope. 2 cubed is 8, minus 3 cubed. You see the powers? Minus 3 cubed. So minus 3, minus 3, minus 3, it will be minus 27. Negative. And there is a minus in the middle, so we leave it. Minus times minus 27. In the numerator, we have plus 27, 35. Let's go in the denominator here. Minus 2 squared. Well, this is a common error here. You can see it in the exponents. Many students, many math users, they put plus 4. This is minus 4. I explained that in the errors, in the exponents, because the minus is not in the base. So minus 4, minus 12, and then minus 3 squared altogether. You see there's a bracket here, and there is no bracket here. So that's a 9. So 35 over minus 7 divide, you get minus 5. Let's see another nice question. Complex numbers here. Oh, nice. Write the complex number in standard form. Square root of 4 minus 45 times square root of minus 5 minus 6i in the bracket I cubed minus 10, all divided by cube root of minus 1 plus cube root of 64. If you want to try, please just pause it for a little time. Try it on your paper and check your answer. That way you can learn better. If you get the correct answer, it's excellent. If not, at least you can learn from your mistakes. I hope you will not do any mistake in this one. Okay, let's see now the answer. We need to write the complex number in standard form. So the answer will be very simple, some numbers with I only. When we say standard form, let me explain this one. When we say standard form in complex number, it means A plus BI. Write it down, please. A plus BI. So it is like 5 plus 7i, 6 minus 2i, half minus I over 3, number with another number multiplied by I, only I. We don't accept I squared, we don't accept I cubed or any power. Let's see, the final answer, if you try it, please, you can check yourself, minus 7 plus 20i, that's the final answer. Let's go in details, please. Square root of minus 45, you can see in the first line, we write, it's a complex number, I mentioned before, square root of 45 times the I. Square root of minus 5 will be square root of 5 times the I. Minus 6i, we leave it. I cubed, you can see here in the yellow, I cubed is minus, you can see that one here. I cubed is minus I, because I squared is minus 1. If you multiply this on both sides by I, you get I cubed. You see here I cubed, I put minus I, minus 10. Then I multiply. I and I will be I squared. Square root of 45, this is 9 times 5. So 3 out. Square root of 5 times square root of 5 will be 5. So that's 15i squared. Or minus 6i in the bracket. We have minus I minus 10. So I squared is minus 1 will be minus 15. And this is plus 6i squared plus 60i. Take the numbers. This is minus 1. So minus 21 plus 60i over 3. See, the cube root of minus 1 is minus 1. That's a real number. Cube root of minus 1 is minus 1. There is no I. I only with the square root. Cube root of 64 is only 4. So 4 minus 1 becomes 3 in the denominator. Now we can split here. We can divide. See, 21 over 3. Yes, we can. 60 over 3. So the final answer is minus 7 plus 20i. Very nice question. You can practice in complex numbers. Now, this is practice number 1. Similar to one of the questions we did, simplify the expression. Be careful, please. Do not try to find the value for x here. We need only the simple answer. Practice number 2, find the value, which means evaluate. Evaluate means find the value of this expression x minus y all squared times x plus y all squared. Replace there x is equal to 3, y minus 1. Try to get the answer. And then find the value of the expression in complex numbers here, similar to the question we did. When you finish, you can check, please, only the answers. Practice number 1, practice number 2, practice number 3. And thank you for watching. I hope I can see you in another video with another topic. Thank you very much.